Welcome to Macula Station, gateway to the Belsavis penal colonies. Feel free to ask me about our correctional facilities.
Can it, 05? This is a prison, not a tourist attraction. Warden Plate's already approved your entry, Major. Please declare any weapons you might be carrying, such as blasters, knives, explosives.
Put me down for all of the above.
Of course. Normally, I'd confiscate your equipment, but the Warden wants you planetside ASAP. Given the situation, I figure he'll want you carrying.
What does the Warden want with me?
Couldn't say. Best not to keep him waiting, though. Just take the shuttle and report to the Warden immediately. And be careful, it's nasty down there.
About time, Major. Was beginning to think you Havoc Squad hotshots were all talk. I'm Warden Plate. This here's my second-in-command, Growl. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is my prison. You want to help out, bust a few heads, fine. But you'll do things my way. Understand?
I'm no stranger to following orders, Warden.
Good. Last thing I need is some loose cannon jeopardizing our operation. This facility houses some of the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. It was one of the Republic's best-kept secrets until the Empire caught on.
Our guards found a subspace transmitter in one of the prison wards. Crude, but functional. It must have taken decades to scrap together.
Blasted thing led the Imperials right to us. They snuck in, sprang the prisoners, and blew open the armories in a single strike.
You're telling me the prisoners are all free and armed?
That's the short of it. The military's already sent a few elite detachments our way. Been about as useful as a tauntaun in a sandstorm.
Last we heard, they'd lost the deep prison. Encountered some unknown species in the maximum security wing. And they're getting pummeled.
Let them sweat. Our priority is securing this level. And that means stamping out a gang of lunatics calling themselves the Condemned. They're all second and third generation prisoners. Born and raised right here in the prison. Just as twisted as the scum they're descended from.
Sounds like they got a pretty raw deal.
Save your sympathy. They're animals. Every last one. Thanks to them, our security fields are down and our access to the armories has been cut off. We're sitting naked here. If we can retake the armories and get those fields back online, we'll be in business. Then we'll... Wait, what's that?
Warden! Return fire! Seal off the wing! No one gets in or out without my say-so! Kelsa, how's the Warden?
Dead, sir. Clean shot to the head. I think that makes you the new Warden.
I hadn't thought of that.
Chain of command is there for a reason, Warden. Time to buck up and take charge.
All right. I'll do what I can for now. Securing this station is our first priority. Another ambush like that and we're through. Our security field should keep the prisoners out. Some condemned saboteurs trashed the field generator, and the whole network is down.
Leave it to me, sir. A few tools, a little elbow grease, and I'll have that generator back up in no time.
That generator could still be crawling with prisoners. I'd feel a lot better knowing someone was watching her back.
She'll be safe. You have my word.
I'll hold you to that.
Just let me slip into something more blaster-resistant.
The generator isn't far. Just keep those lunatics away from Kelsa. Give them one for the Warden.
That should do it. Throw the switch and cross your fingers.
Grawl here. It looks like that did it. The security fields just went up. Not a moment too soon. Even better, that boost jump-started the station's internal generators. We're rerouting power to them now.
That means the prisoners won't be able to knock out the fields again, right?
For the time being. You did good. And thank you for looking after Kelsa. She's only a junior corrections officer. I'd hate to see anything happen to her. On that note, I just received intel from Republic Command that those condemned lunatics have already responded to our shield restoration. They just hit another armory. This one's unique, though. It's stocked with all kinds of prototype weaponry, including our new Magnetar Rifles.
Not ringing any bells. Must be some kind of new ordnance.
Well, they're cutting edge, all right. The Magnetar Rifles were specifically designed to disrupt energy shields. The technology's experimental, but effective. Our security fields won't last against one of those things. A single shot takes a while to load up, but it could punch right through our defenses.
Send me the armory's coordinates. I'll deal with the condemned myself.
Just make sure you get all the weapons. A single unaccounted rifle could compromise the station's security. Try not to kill anyone if you can. There's been enough death already. Bring the rifles back to the station once you've retrieved them. Grawl out.
Here. These stun grenades should take the fight out of them.
Welcome back. Glad to see you made it, and with all the rifles no less. I appreciate you keeping the body count to a minimum. The last thing we need is to provoke the rioters even further. With the shield generator online and the Magnetar Rifles back in our hands, we'll be safe for a while. Thank you.
Any other weapons I should be worried about the prisoners getting their hands on?
Just the usual assortment of blasters and vibroblades. Good news. We finally have a lead on the Condemned's ringleader. Found this holo recording on one of Plate's assassins. Take a look.
Brothers, sisters, I am Niranos. Like you, I was born into captivity, shackled by the crimes of my ancestors. Our forefathers rot in the bowels of this prison, their debt to the Republic repaid in full. Yet, here we remain, guiltless. We must stand united against this injustice. Together we will tear down these walls and seize our freedom.
It goes on from there, but you get the idea. This guy is bad news. He's cunning, ruthless, and worst of all, charismatic.
Sounds like he has every reason to be upset.
Don't buy into the whole hero of the people routine. He's injected just enough truth into his rants to rally his followers. Niranos is dangerous, but he's just a puppet. The Empire's been using him to provoke the inmates. Fortunately, they slipped up.
That's right. I isolated several audio cues from the recording and got a fix on its origin. Could be their headquarters.
This is the break we've been waiting for. Now that we know where they're hiding, we can finally take the fight to them.
The sooner we quell this riot, the better.
Well said. Niranos and his Imperial cohorts are the brains behind the Condemned. We take them out, we end this riot. Get to their hideout. If Niranos is there, eliminate him. Otherwise, find out what they're up to. Any insight could go a long way.
Hopefully this Niranos is there. I'll take a fighting mission over recon any day.
In that case, good hunting. Hang on to those stun grenades Kelsa gave you. Kill the Imperials if you like, but again, I'd prefer the prisoners were subdued non-lethally. Contact me when you've cleared out of the base. I'll be waiting for your report.
Grawl, the leaders aren't here, and you're going to want to hear this.
A neural disruptor? Can they even do that?
It's possible, sir. Would incapacitate us all. However, I should be able to recalibrate the security shields to block out its effects.
Do it. I don't want to be a twitching, drooling heap when the Condemned get here. That's one crisis averted. But you better get back here fast. Once they realize the disruptor didn't work, they'll attack in force.
Just hold them off until I get there.
We'll try, but no promises. Hurry back as soon as you can. Grawl out. too late. We held them off for a while, but they broke through. Most of our personnel fell back to the armory, but Kelsa, she was a model officer. Those animals cut her down without a second thought. Would have been a massacre if you hadn't warned us about that disruptor. Oh, they'll die for this. The Condemned, the Imperials, and Niranos.
I thought you wanted to resolve all this without violence.
I've exhausted my mercy. Those maniacs want a bloodbath. I say we give it to them. They're barricaded in the control room. We prevented them from slicing the central terminal remotely. Now they're trying to access it manually. I saved one of the Magnetar Rifles for you. Should get you through the security fields. Get in there and finish this.
How do you work this thing? This antiquated tech is older than... Niranos? Company.
I'd heard one of the famed Havoc commandos was killing my men. Your reputation is well deserved, Major. I'm glad our paths have finally crossed.
Stand down, Niranos. Put a stop to this madness.
Never! We've come too far to just crawl back into our cells. Neither I nor my comrades have committed any crime against the Republic. We will have our freedom, one way or another.
Do shut up, Niranos. No one wants to hear another speech. Just kill this upstart.
We came to negotiate, Imperial. Fight your own battles.
Speak for yourself. I'll take a fistful of Imperial credits over your crusade any day.
At least a few of you animals know the meaning of loyalty. As for you, Niranos, you can die with the rest.
My own men, throwing me to the Imperials for a few credits. Only a lifetime in prison will breed that kind of desperation. But please, put down your weapon and let us speak. No one else needs to die today. I would have negotiated sooner, but those Imperial watchdogs wouldn't allow it.
I thought they were your allies. Why the sudden change of heart?
The Empire's aims were never ours. They extended a helping hand, only to catch us by the throat. But if words are not enough, allow me to prove my sincerity. Attention, my fellow condemned. This is Niranos. Lay down your arms. It's time we resolve this peacefully.
Stop right there, you murdering scum! You won't poison this prison anymore! Why are you just standing there? Kill that lunatic so we can end this madness!
A good soldier knows when to fight and when to talk.
You're not gonna listen to that madman, are you? How could you just forget everything he's done?
Neither I nor any of the condemned have ever been convicted of a crime. We merely inherited our ancestors' sentences. All we want is our freedom. Perhaps a small piece of land on Belsavis, where we can live in peace. We deserve that much.
Only thing this nutcase deserves is a blaster bolt between the eyes. If you don't kill him, I will!
You've heard our demands. Do what you will. Just know that I'll die before I return to that cell.
Niranos is willing to forget the past, Grawl. It's time you did the same. Do the right thing and help him settle his people.
Yes, you're right.
This has gone too far. You'll have your freedom, Nyranos. You're going to work for it. I expect you and your people to help us restore order here.
Agreed. And thank you for seeing reason. We will not forget this.
I'm just glad we were able to settle this without any more violence.
As am I.
The sector is more or less secure now, but a Colonel Hauer has been asking for assistance in the high security wing. I told him I didn't have any men to spare, but that you might be able to lend a hand. He's expecting you now. You go on ahead. We've got things under control here. Just be careful. The innermost wings are real madhouses.
It's useless. This droid's nothing but a junk heap without replacement parts. Sorry, Master Jedi, I didn't hear you. Crazy racket those convicts are making. There's 100 screaming crazies out there, all my men are hurt, and the Warden droids that are supposed to help us don't function.
I can drive off the prisoners and buy you a little breathing room.
It won't help. They'll just come back. If our droids were working, we'd have a chance, but they all need motivator coils. The blasted Mandalorians raided our supply depot and ran off with our extra coils, so we've got nothing. Mandos aren't like other convicts. They're more like a military unit than a gang. Even set up their own headquarters.
What are Mandalorians doing on Belsavis?
They were captured after they wiped out some backwater planet. Real nasty. Real resourceful. They've even scavenged a bunch of old Warden droids and turned them into turret defenses. That's why they took the coils. You wanna help? Break open those turrets the Mandos built and bring me the motivator coils. With those, these droids will be back online.
I'll have those coils back in your hands before nightfall.
If you can pull it off, we'll have a chance. But I'll believe it when I see it. The camp's near the remnants of the prison housing. The turrets guard the perimeter. Be careful out there. The Mandos are gonna go ballistic if you start breaking their toys.
I've got your motivator coils. Are your droids ready?
They're as ready as they can be. I should just be able to drop in the coils and they'll be running. We're not out of the woods, but at least with the droids to help out, we've got a fighting chance. Glad you made it back.
I said I'd bring you the motivator coils. I keep my promises.
It was a huge deal for my men. Maybe we'll even survive this riot.
Hawkins, take Rawat and check the North Tower. If the prisoners have it, let me know and I'll send reinforcements. Hope you're a quick shot with that blaster. The prisoners are killing everyone out there. Worse, I've got civilians hiding in the prisoner intake yard. If the convicts find them, it'll be a massacre.
Doesn't sound like a safe place to hide.
When the riot started, it was the best we could do. I moved the guards' families there for protection. We're moving them off-world as soon as possible. I managed to scare up an armored transport. Problem is, there's an army of bloodthirsty convicts between the transport and the guards' families.
What's my role in all this?
It's not going to be pretty. I wish I could tell you otherwise. I need you to clear a path for the transport so it can get to those civvies. The prisoners are going to throw everything they've got at you. Honestly, I wouldn't send a womp rat on this suicide run, but I'm out of options. Can you do it?
I like my odds more than the Womp Rats. I'll take care of this.
Thanks. With you on the job, I can concentrate on bringing other areas under control. You'll need to clear a path from there to the prisoner intake yard. That should buy enough time to get the civilians.
They were gonna rip the transport apart. Clear a path to the intake yard. I'll follow you. My job easier. You should go, now.
Humpa, muri rava fupa jibampa wula. Gektusta barawanga, ne subulkobo pomo? Jonki faguta, jiho poda ji oto vokise.
What's involved in this assignment?
Chusa yomata chitoya, nam kanoya choski nawi. Tauz azulas uval tumni chakulka dimaji. Chechopa kuma ni umpi put malia bedwana ni bobo.
I'll track him down. I promise.
Chobad I kafstuan dile jihulo kuta. Upa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni.